Zach Bell again here. So really excited about the workshop we're going to run this week. It's really interesting to me. I found it incredibly fascinating, and I hope you will too. So this week, what we're going to do is we're going to dive into values, and we're going to look at how a culture's set of values define how they talk about themselves, how they identify themselves, who they are, and more importantly, what they're not. Now, why values, and why do we define ourselves who we are and who we're not? First off, the concept of us doesn't exist without a concept of them. So first, we have to identify what us means so we can get a clear identification of what we are not. Because you can't stand for everything, you have to stand for certain things. Now, what we're going to look at is we've created a list of radically different cultures and all of their value sets that define their identity. From the Lakota tribe to the Bushido tribe of samurais to America to the Third Reich to the I always blank out when I bring that up to the Ku Klux Klan to the Ten Commandments of Christianity to to Kabbalah, and we've spanned the group of what makes up an identity for different groups. We're not saying one is right and one is wrong, but we're saying this technique worked for this group and created an identity for this group of people that they were able to move into the world. From there, what we're going to do is we've circulated a document that asks you for the top 5 values that are important to you and the top 3 things that violate those for you. As a group, we're going to come up with a workshop and see if we can't get together on what do we all believe in and what do we all not believe in. And the more people we can get on that, the more we can identify really who we are and what we'll take a stand against. And why is it important to take a stand against something? It brings me to a topic I want to talk about called radical inclusion. Something that a lot of us believe in, that we are all one and that all of us are included. That's just not real. Now, I believe that we are all included as long as you don't violate me in a way that is important to me. So I believe in the golden rule to treat other people like you want to treat yourself. Not everyone lives their lives that way. Those people who don't are not invited into my home. And so that's a very clear for me other. And so if I can write down and say, treat others like you want to be treated, anyone who doesn't do that to me is not included in my circle, and they become them. So radical inclusion says everybody is welcome. Well, if someone came into my house and shot me, that wouldn't be super nice. So people who shoot me are not welcome in my home. It's not. So radical inclusion, I believe, should be modified to say we're inclusive of all the people who have the same values and mindset as us and feel the same world as us. And this should span the world in different groups, should all have their values and who can be included with them and who cannot be. Some cultures believe in killing whales. I don't. So that is a clear differentiation of what isn't radically inclusive. If you can't decide who isn't included, it becomes very hard to identify who you are and who are the people who you trust. So we're going to do a collaborative exercise where we identify all of our values and all the things that violate them. We'll do a little bit of research on other cultures, and then we're going to start to circulate this amongst us as a group and see if we can't come up with something that we all believe in together.